What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Exodia going up against Fire King Kashtira. This is going to be the Exodia deck. I haven't featured this much on the channel. I know Kirk has been playing it. Before we dive on in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, a lot more than the 10K. We are going to be seeing the Fire King Kashtira deck. Going to be starting off with the die roll by normal summoning out a Ponix, activating the effect. They do opt to chain an Imperm to this, and we chain a Kieran, being able to dodge that Imperm, allowing us to still search for the copy of the Sanctuary, which gives us access to the island, as well as destroying the Ponix so it can add itself back to the hand during the next standby phase here. We are going to be seeing the Sanctuary going to be activated, placing the island on the field. And I do want to apologize for the glare. We always love glare in these videos. Locals is not always the greatest place for cameras. We are going to be seeing them activate the island here, destroying the Rise Heart from the hand, which is going to be a fire that we are normally able to search off the package of the Kashtira cards. We're going to be seeing the Runics being searched off that island, and now we're going to be destroying the Arvada. Arvada is going to bring out the Ponix, which will now no longer be able to be added back to the hand unless we destroy it with another way. We're going to be linking those two for a IP. It looks like, yeah, so if we wanted to go up into the Sunlight Wolf line, we would have left the Ponix on the field. And I definitely think that the Ponix line probably is a little bit better because you add back the Kieran from the hand and allows you to have, like, we don't have an extra body here, so we can't go for the Arvada and the whale play, but we can go up into the Princess bring back the Arvada, and we can either pass on this or go up into the line if we have an Amble Whale line, if we have another copy of the not Grunics, but the Kieran in the hand here. But we are just going to pass on this, and it does not look like we have that because we have a Veiler in the hand and a set card. So we're going to be trying to rely on the Princess Destruction and then being able to bring back out, which is still a pretty strong end board. You know, this is not going to be that much different from like a standard end board here. We still have a few stuff being able to play through the Imperm and stuff like that. We're going to be seeing now one of the Millennium cards activate the Blue Eyes, searching for the Millennium Ankh, which is going to summon out a Exodia fusion from the deck by revealing 5 of those forbidden monsters. A pretty cool card. I think that this whole deck is interesting. I don't think it's necessarily a good deck. It's kind of like Tempai, just a little bit more of classic. So we're going to see Millennium Ankh activate, revealing all 5 in that beautiful QCR rarity. I'm glad they made it a high rarity that is like pretty cheap. I'm glad that people can just have the Exodia pieces that they want, and they do look fancy. You know, you don't need to spend those hundreds of dollars that it was for the Starlight Rares in those Battles of Legend. It does suck for people who did buy those and then they kind of tanked when the copies of the QCR came out. We're going to be seeing the Fusion being dropped. This has the ability that can innate spells and trapped on the field, as well as able to set traps. We're going to see one of the new Millennium cards, or I should say the Obliterate cards. This can be Obliterate Blaze, which gives this Exodia different effects, paying half their life points, bringing them down to being like able to half their life points essentially, and just being able to like bring back stuff out. I don't know if they paid half their life points for that Blue Eyes card. We're going to be Veilering this anyways, making them not able to summon out or equip those 5, which gives them, I think it's 10,000 attack, which then can follow up during the battle phase, activating the effect, allowing us to gain the attack. Now we have our life points. So we have 4,000 life points currently because we did half our life points with that effect. But we're now activate Prod of Prosperity here, going to be going through 6 to reveal. And we do add the shield here, which can summon itself out. It's also important to note that we do have the Heart of the Blue Eyes in the graveyard, which can bring itself back out when we do try summoning out a 3,000 body, which is going to be most likely our Lynx or something like that. And then it sends it to the graveyard, which is pretty cool. Kind of like a Princess-like effect, being able to destruction. We do play the shield in the Spell Trapper Zone, activating the effect, paying 2,000, bringing us down now to 2,000 life points and summoning it out. Unless we reveal an Ankh, but we do not have an Ankh here. So now we're going to be searching for the Ankh off of the shore of the shield here. And we're going to be able to summon back out another Millennium, or the Exodia card during the next turn if we have one, I should say. But not being able to destroy the fusions is pretty hard, because the fact that we don't have a way kind of to get over that, I don't know if we're playing Underworld Goddess in this build right now, but it's going to be quite hard to get over that body. Now, we do have Fire King Island, which can destroy the Amble Whale, allowing us to search our deck for a Kieran, and then Amble Whale can summon back the IP. But we're going to be opting to use the Island to destroy an Ash Blossom. I don't think this is definitely the right card to destroy, because we want to give access to that. Now, they do have the Heart of the Blue Eyes in the graveyard, so when we search for a Kieran, then we're going to see the Garunix summon itself back out. Maybe we're trying to just go for a game. And we're going to see Garunix destroy a Ulcanix from the deck, which is going to send him out the OG Garunix here in defense position. Now, we do have the Heart, which can activate, because it is a level 8, so we're going to be summoning it out, and we're going to be destroying the OG Garunix here, which is actually going to be pretty important, because if we do destroy this card, it's going to be destroying our board during the standby phase during the next turn. Now, we have the Exodia monster, which cannot be destroyed by card effects, so it's not going to matter, but we are going to be activating the effect of Princess here, trying to destroy the Anvil Whale, as well as the Heart of the Blue Eyes, to summon itself out. Now, we're going to be activating the Anvil Whale, but we cannot do that, because we have Princess on the field. We cannot summon out a Dark monster, because we are locked into fires, which is pretty important. Now, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to be able to destroy the Exot here. Maybe having to go up into a Typhon, bouncing it back. But we have to go for a game at some point, or else we're not going to do this. And we have to have more than enough for a game to be able to bounce it as well. Because they have the Ankh in the hand, and they're going to be summoning another one out during the next turn here. So we're going to be seeing the Arvada being brought out with the Princess here. And now we're going to try to link up. We're going to activate the Kieran summoning out itself, and then we're going to go activate the Arvada effect, bringing out, and we can bring back the Garunix, and if we do that, it's going to make it so that we don't see the effect to destroy. We summon out the, we do summon out the OG Garunix, and now we're going to be having the Garunix not going to be able to destroy its effects, and we're going to try to link away, but there is no link through that we can make. Maybe a Phoenix, but we have no spell check. We're going to go into an SP, but we realize that we can't because we are Princess locked, but we didn't realize the IP. Okay, so we are realizing this here. And we do put the IP just in the graveyard. So the game state is restored. Okay, so the game state is essentially at where it should be. It's still going to be quite difficult for us to kind of find a way to get out of that Exodia lock, though. We're going to go up into a Mega Chicken here, destroying everything but that Exodia. Now, we did pay life points, which brings us down to 4K. No, we just paid 2. Okay, so we have only paid 2. So, we have to life points first for the spell card, and then we paid 2. So we're down to 2,000 here. So we're going to see another Ankh. We're going to activate the effects as well as the Kieran bring out the copy of the Arvada. And we're going to see a second Exodia being summoned here. Pretty important to find a way to beat this here. So we're going to be able to bring out these bodies at 2,000. Now, they're only at 2,000 each, so it's not going to be that kind of hard to beat them. Before they're like 4,000 or even more than that. You see potentially even a 14,000 from the first time if we would have not had a Veiler there. But we are going to go battle phase, attack into it, and we do chain a copy of Skyburn. And they opt to negate that here. But we shouldn't see the Garunix destroy itself. It's at 2,000. We're going to be seeing the Garunix going to allow itself to bring out 2 bodies here, being the Ulcanix as well as the Kieran. And then we're going to be destroying off the Ulcanix the Arvada. Arvada will be able to bring... we're going to see the search for the Ulcanix first, and then we're going to be able to activate the effects to bring out the copy of the Ponix here. Okay. Which can be destroyed during the end of this turn, I should say. I actually don't even know what we're doing here. I still don't even know how that XYZ got destroyed. It has 3,000 attack, and we did not. Unless we thought that we paid 2 first and then half our attack, but no, we paid earlier. So we're going to go battle phase attack into the Ponix. And that's going to be... We have the Garunix we could have summoned back out in the graveyard as well. We have the trap that's going to be setting itself during the end phase with the Exodia monster, but because we are no longer under the Veiler on the second one here, so we're going to pass turn on that. And we're going to see Ponix add itself back to the hand. And we still have to find a way to beat this Exodia. Actually, looking back, we couldn't even have made a Typhon. They didn't summon 2 times from the extra deck, so we actually have no way other than beating over this. So we're going to see the Kieran being destroyed, letting us search for Ulcanix. And they are going to activate the trap card to destroy everything here. We're going to see the Grunix then be able to resolve, bringing back out the Arvada and the Grunix. And then, what is, okay, it's only the monster that get destroyed, okay. And then we're going to be seeing Sanctuary protecting the island here by destroying the Ulcanix. I'm kind of confused, honestly. Ponix going up into an Anima. We're going to go up now into an SP. SP is going to try banishing the Exodia. And so now we just have Princess Arvada SP. But we can't attack directly this turn. So we're just going to pass turn on this with Ponix adding back during the standby phase. Now we're going to banish the trap to allow us to search the deck for one of the Exodia limbs. I'm not exactly sure where we're going with this, though. What an Exodia limb can do. We have a Wedju Temple here. I mean, this engine's really cool. I don't know how good it is as a deck. It's kind of like a OTK deck that can play Shifter. A lot like Tempai, but a lot worse than Tempai. You summon a big body, which is unaffected, and then just, do whatever. But you do play a lot of bricks. Like, having to play the Exodia cards, like the actual Exodias, are not great. We're going to be seeing the Sanji, Guardian of the Millennium items being placed here, and we are going to be able to play the shield from the deck with the Wedju Temple, which is why you can just place it, then place another one. We're going to pay 2,000 to summon out, bringing us down to a... That should be just game, no? Okay, we have the Ankh in the hand, right? So we're going to be able to place... Then we summon out for free. And we're then going to be summoning out the sword, or the shield guy, or the defender. And we search for another Wedju Temple. And this is when we can go Princess. But I don't know exactly what we're waiting for here. We're going to link up now into a Moon. And at this point, we should definitely Princess, trying to destroy the Arvada and the Moon. Making them not able to go into the Phoenix with lines. We're going to see Arvada going to activate the effect, allowing us, as well as the Grunix, to summon itself out. And this should just be game here for sure. We're going to see the Kieran being summoned out, as well as the Grunix. And we don't need to activate the Grunix effect here. We're doing fine this way. But they do have the Ankh to bring out another monster. But now we have room to be able to go SP. So we're going to SP, banish those two so we don't get attacked over for kind of game. In case I have that spell once again. But we have now touched the extra deck twice. Therefore, we are going to now kind of allow us to go into that Typhon to kind of beat that Exodia here. So we're going to go Kieran to destroy the Princess. I'm going to be seeing the Amber destroy the Wedju Temple here by banishing. We go battle phase. And we can attack. Now, Grunix has... I'm pretty sure Grunix has a pretty decent defense. He has 17. Okay, so we had 2,000 left because we had the Ankh in the hand already. So, that's going to be fine. We're going to be seeing the SP return. And we can just... What are we doing? Why are we doing this? No, we're going to go up into the thing here, and then we're going to go up into chain, because it's at the trap, and we're going to chain the SP to this. That's going to allow us that everything gets destroyed. And then we go battle phase, or yeah, well, this should be battle phase. So we're gonna go effective island destroy, summon out. We summon out 2 things, and then this is just enough for game. Yeah. Then we're see Garunix destroy an Ulcanix, and then we just gain the attack. And then we normally summon a Ponix, but this is just more than enough for, yeah. So we see Fire King end up taking game 1. I'm not exactly sure on the life points. I'm pretty sure, we paid 4,000 for the Obliterate first, for the Blaze spell card. And then we paid 2,000, and then we revealed, because we had Ankh in the hand multiple times, it looks like. So having to deal 2,000. But that's going to be game 1 here. Moving on to game number 2. We're going to see Millennium be able to choose who's going to go first or second. Now, if they do side in Shifter, it's going to be quite a hard match for Fire King to kind of end up beating, Not seeing Shifter turn 0 in the first match definitely makes it so it's going to be a harder game, or more, I should say, a fairer game, because Shifter is not fair at all, but it's going to be quite difficult for the Millennium deck to kind of keep up with the power of Fire King, especially when we start seeing some of these Kashtira cards being dropped down. It isn't affected by destruction effects, but we could always have Unicorn or Fender banished it face down. Being able to just banish the Unicorn, ripping the I1s, making such that like you can't even use your Ankhs. Hopefully he has 3 in the extra deck. So I gotta say, we're gonna be seeing the Exodia player gonna be starting going first with a copy of Prod of Prosperity, and we do Ash this right away. We're then going to see the Wedju Temple going to activate its effects, allowing us to reveal 1 to summon out another one from the deck. So we're going to be revealing the Shield, placing it in the Spell and Trap card zone, and then we're going to be placing the Temple, or the Sanji, whatever, the one who searches the cards here. And then we can pay 2,000 and search out for an Ankh. And now we don't have to pay for the rest of the turn, essentially, by just revealing the Ankh we can summon out. So down there 6,000, which is important. And then we're going to be seeing the Sanji summon itself out. That's going to let us search for another Millennium monster here, being the Stone one. Stone reveals once again the Ankh summoning itself out. And we have just a whole bunch of big guys here. And we're going to be seeing the Temple being searched off that guy right there. So now we're going to go up into our Rabbit. Rabbit, we will set a Azarun trap from the deck. And we have the Ankh as well, being able to just summon out the Exodia. Now, do they want to do that? Turn 0 is a question. Or wait till turn 2. We do see them activate the Ankh here, which is going to be revealing those 5 Exodia pieces from the deck. And we do put them back in. I wish that we didn't have to necessarily reveal it. I have none in my hand. But it's still good they revealed to summon out that Exodia. And now we have a trap that's going to be set during the end phase here, as well as access to 2. So now we can go for a Typhon angle for the the Fire King player here, which is a way to out this copy of the Exodia. Now they're going to set another card during the end phase. They're going to be able to set a trap from the deck, and that's going to be able to destroy their entire field, which is pretty cool. So we have essentially a entire board wipe, and we have a spell and trap indicate in the Exodia, being able to negate that Fire King Island. And we're going to summon out the copy of the Fenrir here, and this is going to be able to just... Now we see the Azarun being summoned now. Now that would have been a good card to hit the Fenrir. Azarun can negate the Fenrir summon, which would have been pretty crazy. Now I wonder if there's a world where you actually summon out Fenrir first before you activate Fire King Island. Activate Fire King Island and then see if they try negating it with the Exodia, and then you banish the Exodia with that Fenrir there, kind of get rid of it permanently. We do see the Fenrir search for a Unicorn, and we can go battle phase, attempt to attack, activating the effect, trying to banish the Exodia face down. And they're going to let that resolve here, and the Exodia is going to crash into the Azarun. Now, Azarun can activate the effect, destroying the Fenrir, but they chose not to because we have the Unicorn in the hand. So if we would have destroyed the Fenrir, we would have been able to summon out the Unicorn, search for birth, and then be able to bring back out that Fenrir there. So instead, now we normal summon with the Ulcanix, activate the effect, destroying another Ulcanix, search for a Ponix, as well as the Ulcanix summon out the OG Garunix. Ponix will activate the effect, allowing us to search for a second copy of the Sanctuary, which does place the copy of Sanctuary, which can then place the second copy of Island into the field spell zone. So We do have this now. Now we have set rotation to get rid of that island, which is pretty nice, because island will then be able to destroy all the cards we have on our field, which can be pretty rough, because we have the Garunix on our field now, but we actually can't activate that because we don't have another spell card or another field spell in our deck. So definitely a misplay on our parts there. Having essentially a useless card. When you draw it, you draw it. Same thing with crossout. Like when you're playing Malice, you draw into your one land until you slide it in. It's like that's definitely rough. So we're going to be seeing the island destroying the Ponix, allowing us to search for the Garunix. Garunix can summon back out by destroying either a Narvada and or a Kieran. Then we're going to go up into a Sunlight Wolf, going up now into the IP, and that's going to give us access up to add back. And then we go into that copy of Princess. Princess summon back out the Arvada that we destroyed, and then we can go right into a copy of the Amble Whale. So now we have the Amble Whale alongside a copy of the Fenrir, a huge end board essentially, and this is going to be in the kind of end of the game, I should say. Now we're going to see Ankh and activate the effects once again here, summoning out because we do have them still in our hands, and we are thinking, like, how are we going to find a way to stop this? We're going to go Princess on the Amble Whale, destroying both of them, and then Princess is going to summon back out. Now we can't destroy the Exodia, but we can destroy a bunch of other stuff here. Then we're going to be seeing Amble Whale can bring out the Sunlight Wolf. But we flip up the trap card, which is going to be destroying everything here. And Sanctuary can protect by destroying the Princess. Then we're going to go for the Amble Whale to destroy the Wedju Temple, but they have another one in the hand. We're going to see Garunix summon itself out as well. And the Kieran being destroyed off the Garunix to now summon out the Arvada once again and destroy the face down here, which is going to be the set rotation. I mean, I guess you know they can't activate that set rotation, so it doesn't really matter if you pop it or not. You just can't get rid of that Exodia, which is kind of unfortunate for us. So we're going to go battle phase attack, which is going to be pretty easy. We're down to 6,000, so that's 6,000 attack here, which can then be able to set another trap during the next turn, and we're going to be able to destroy everything whenever we really want to, which is pretty cool with the trap card. I'm not exactly sure how Fire King is going to find a way to stop this here. We're going to know some of the Ponix activating the effect, allowing us to search our deck for a Skyburn, but we still have to find a way to get rid of that Exod there. Now, the issue is if we do get rid of the whole entire field, we will be able to bring out the Unicorn. But we do go Skyburn. They do negate that with the Exodia Fusion here. They're trying to bait out the trap card, but it does not look like it's going to get there. We go up into Island, destroy Arvada, search for Kieran, and we're going to see the Kieran as well as the Garunix summon themselves out. And here we do activate the Exod, destroying absolutely everything, and we are going to be just letting that resolve. We now summon the Unicorn. Unicorn can search for the Birth, and this is going to be enough to get that game. We're going to see Birth going to be activated here, bringing back out that copy of Fenrir, and we can now activate the Fenrir searching for the Rise Heart. But we have a way now to banish that copy of Exodia and dealing that 40, I think it's 48 damage or whatever. But they are down on life points here. So we're going to see a battle phase attack, banishing that face down, attacking for 24, attacking for 23, and that's going to essentially just going to be it here. That's going to be enough for game. We see a drawn piece of Exodia, a Wedju Temple, looks like, and the shield. And they just scoop it up, realizing they have lost, and we see Fire King taking the win here.